You know, I think I've made some videos about this game idea. Marvel versus DC. It's just got to happen. It just has to be made. I mean, look, here's the story for you. There is two gods battling across the interdimensional multiverse. But no, between the multiverse. Where it's Madam Web versus Mixia Spitlicks. I hope I didn't butcher that name. Mixia Spitlicks, yeah. Within the fourth dimension, all the way into between the multiverse. And their clash results in a fusion or a warp of DC's universe and Marvel's universe, where people are confused. It's hero versus hero, villain versus villain, even villain teaming up with another villain from the alternate universe. I mean, I hope this is sounding good so far. I mean, I know the multiverse is a dead thing, but it works well when you put it in the right perspective. It truly does work and it rarely gets tiring. I hope you don't mind me being shirtless. Don't worry, I ain't butt naked. But continuing on, we start off with Superman trying to figure out what's going on, what has happened, and why he can't find Metropolis. He is somehow has found himself in at the Incredible Hulk's hometown, Gamma City, or I think it's called Gamma Town. And the Hulk doesn't recognize this guy, and a brawl starts where this fight sort of knocks the Hulk into the DC universe, and he gets mistaken for Doomsday, of all people, where he's trying to figure out what's going on and what happened to the Flying Blue Man, where he's then approached by Lex Luthor trying to flee from actual Doomsday. And Lex sees another Doomsday, which is actually the Hulk, and Lex is shocked and say, "Great, now there's a green one?" And the Hulk looks down at him and asks this puny man, "What is going on? Where is Hulk?" And before Lex can answer, Hulk gets sucker punched by the Doomsday, and thus a fight breaks out. And it cuts off before they can you can begin seeing what can happen, or what is going to happen, back to Superman, who is still in the Marvel universe, trying to figure out what's going on. And he gets a visit from Madam Web, and she tells him to calm himself, that this is the work of one of your arch nemesis, Mixia Spitlicks, I believe, or Mixia Spitlicks. Sorry, that name is hard to pronounce. It has only one noun. I mean, not noun, one. What was I saying? Forget it. But she gives him instructions on what he must do, how he must help out. But before Superman can truly enact this, he gets somehow, in some way, sent back to his universe because of plot reasons. And then we go to the next chapter of where there's destruction and loud noises, and it's the Hulk down on one knee, fighting Doomsday. And the Hulk says, You make Hulk mad. You break buildings, and people will blame Hulk for. And so that's when, we get this. You as the player start to fight, and you're fighting as the Hulk. You get one up on the Doomsday win, and as the Hulk, you decide to grab Doomsday by the boot, spin him around so fast and hard that you launched him pretty much on another planet outside our solar system. And then that's when the Hulk starts to flee as he sees more people and more heroes coming into the fight. Because he doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know where he is, so the Hulk decides to retreat for now and think about what's going on. Then we get to the next chapter where it leads to Tony Stark trying to develop a new iron suit. And surprisingly, he gets a strange visit from Lex Luthor, who tells him, I don't know how he got here, and I don't know why your tower is right where Lex Tower should be. But then, out of nowhere, there's a merging multiversal shift where out of nowhere Lex Tower does appear, but it appears as though it's colliding with Stark Tower or infused with it. And this is going to be a long video, so I'm going to shorten it down. Basically, it's going to be constantly heroes and villains going at each other. Sometimes villain versus villain, and sometimes hero versus hero, or hero from another universe versus a villain from another universe. It should be a game where it truly brings out the nostalgia, the love, the dreams and wishes of every Marvel and DC fan of each character there is. This should have a roster of at least 50 Marvels and 50 DC characters of each side. I mean, if you're wondering how can they have at least 50 characters, there are a lot of Marvel and DC characters. I mean, we've got Calendar Man from DC. We've got Kite Man from Marvel. We've got Hush from DC. We've got I'm kind of thinking of Beta Ray Bill from Marvel. We've got a lot of characters. The Leader. I'm naming some old dead characters to see if anyone could remember these guys or even knows who they are from the classics and whatnot. We've even got Patch. I think he was from DC, Patchman, or Professor Spots from DC. Was he from DC or was he from Marvel? I can't remember. But yeah, this should be a game in the making. I don't know why Marvel and DC doesn't decide to get together and make this game and rake in billions. And don't put no politics into it. I mean, no, a video game without politics is a video game worth millions. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you and good night.